recording this so that we can have people here in the community here as well as the extended community to share a little bit of what they do, get to know each other. And this is the Live a Legacy Conscious Business Meetup. We do this meetup once every 2 months, and every other month we also do the Family Leadership Community. So during these meetups, we will be doing a little bit of some training, some information sharing, updates, and also some get to know session for everyone. Yeah.
So I just want to thank every one of you for actually taking your time to be here, especially those who are in the US zone, right? It's quite late there right now, right? So we really appreciate your time to be here, right? So we are looking forward to actually share our knowledge and also add value to you guys here today. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to be sharing our screen, and okay. So this is the meetup today. Yeah. So good morning and good evening from wherever you are. I'm Mushida, and
I'm Zil.
Yeah, and we are from Love and Respect Transformations. It transforms in Kuala Lumpur here, and we also have our business in Singapore. So our mission is eradicating poverty, accelerate success in life and career, and by providing long-term quality education and mentorship. And our values are the basic values of compassion, sincerity, and love and respect.
Yeah. Before we begin, right, we'd like to share a bit of our story, right? Why we started doing our love and respect, and also we link it to social impact, because we actually had a lot of realizations in our life where, like for example, right, when we did a lot of charity work before we started our business. In our business, what happened was we did our charity work and we worked with NGOs, non-profits. But what happened was there was a certain point where we couldn't contribute to charity. The organizations couldn't contribute to charity because they don't have funds, you know, and of course the project stops, you know. So then we decided that we should do it as a business. So maybe I share a bit of my personal story that I also shared to Mushida. What happened to me, one of my turning point was we did one program for sex workers here in Malaysia. So one of the we specialize in mindset change. We do a lot of use a lot of NLP and all these mindset change things. So what we did is we did an intervention session where we actually get them to share about what they're going through, what their challenges are. And what happened was they shared, and one of the sharing was very emotional for me. There was one 60-plus-year-old lady. She was sharing that she tried to get out of her sex work, but everybody rejected her. Everybody, like she asked help from family, friends. Everybody rejected her. Didn't want to, didn't want to look at her. Call her a lot of bad names. So she continued doing her work for 10-20 ringgit per session, which is like $5 US.
Yes, $2.
Yeah,
US $2. Yeah. Amy and Govinda, can you imagine?
Like after that session, right, for a few days after that, I was crying and crying. I said, how can I allow, knowing this, how can I allow an elderly woman, she was about my late mother's age, to go through this kind of experience without anybody helping her? So what I did was, after that, I met a friend who said, Zil, you're doing such good work with your charity. Why not you change your company to a social conscious business or social enterprise? So I said, first time I heard about social enterprise, I asked her what is it about. She said, oh, there is Malaysia is doing one of the incubators and entrepreneur incubators called Magic. They're actually doing a social enterprise track about 3 months. Why don't you try to apply? So I applied for it. Among 300 participants, our company got chosen to actually join the track. So I learned a lot about social impact, how to embed the social impact into our business. And now what we're doing is, the more we grow out, the more profit we make, the more impact that we can create. And the good news was that lady that was the sex worker, 60-plus-year-old lady, we were able to get her out. She was able to start her own stall selling drinks and selling a bit of food. So she was able to get out. So, but that she's only the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other stories out there that not many people know about. So that's why we are trying to create awareness with doing business for good, doing social impact.
Yeah, and the reason I shared also with some of you may have heard my talk, like Amy, when in the global sharing session, I was like, our family has started as a weekend activity, right? Giving food for the homeless, getting my daughter to visit orphanages and all that. And over the years, we got to know the the homeless people as well. Some people who sometimes they have shelter, sometimes they sleep on the street with their children. And I remember a 17-year-old sex worker that we met, right? And I gave her food and then got to know her, kept in touch with her. She gave birth. We helped give some diapers and all that. And then after that, when the child grew up, whenever they see us, it's like, oh, auntie is here, and this is the first thing he does, like to receive something from me. And I said, am I really making an impact? So I feel good giving, but am I really helping them come out of their situation? So that's where we all decided to shift the work that we are doing towards education. Because I have always been in corporate training. I teach corporates on mindset change. I teach corporates on transformation work, releasing forgiveness. But these people can also have access the knowledge through me. But how can I be able to make it sustainable? And that's where I started to incorporate. And with Zil, we incorporated that into our business for the last 5 years. Incorporating social impact in our business. So as our business grows, somebody else or another community will also be able to benefit. And we found that we can't do this on our own alone, because there are so many cases in the world. United Nations has been around for years, and yet there are still problems like this. So it takes people like you and I, people who are in business, to be able to come together and do something in your own areas where we can support one another on how you can make the transformation in your communities, in your areas, or even the world if you are online. That is what we discovered during COVID. Instead of our one community here, the refugee community we were working with to empower them, during COVID, we helped 5 communities outreached in Malaysia, at least 3, even outside of Kuala Lumpur. We had Cambodia, we are working Cambodia, and even India. So because of the internet, the outreach can be bigger. How you work on your business model, that's how we help people with to incorporate the giving in their business model. And if you have your own that works, go ahead. We would highly recommend, but stay with us in the community so that we can get to know each other's work and support one another. So with that, just go on to the other screen. Now my cat also wants to come and join us. So so our model is one help one. Every corporate training that I do and public speaking engagements and paid memberships and all that are contributing to the mindset and skill set of beneficiaries like the low income, homeless and refugees here in Kuala Lumpur. So even like next week, we are going to do a training for the low income single mothers, right? Is that right? In Malaysia. And one of the programs that we started with was with Hassan. Now he's already 21. He just at 22, right? Oh my gosh, he's 22. We first met him when he was 15 and coached him on communication skills because he is a natural communicator. We saw his talent, but because he came from a war torn country, and he even saw his cousins being killed in front of him during the war, a bomb blast. He was the only survivor, and his father took the whole family to Malaysia. And so we saw him going in and out of his trauma here while he's here through the, you can pick out, if you are trainers and coaches, you can pick out the way people talk, that it could be
mental health issues.
Mental health issues. And I said to Zil, call him, get him into.
We need to sponsor him in our program.
Yes, and so we got him into our house here, and with another migrant from Syria here in our little home, and coached him. And after that, he started to grow his volunteer network. His network he started was a WhatsApp group that was a bit disorganized, but after that he started to structure it in a much bigger way with a lot of other supporters as well. And he's very visible because we encourage him to be visible, and he became a TEDx speaker as well. So we're super proud of him. He's now even running a fund in Malaysia called the Refugee Emergency Fund.
One thing I want to share is why Hassan, among so many refugees, Hassan is the only few ones that really succeed in his life right now, because the only 2 things that I see that he has that I also can learn from him and we also can learn from him is, one is he's very teachable. That means everything that he goes through, any program that he goes through, he does his best and he learns and he applies it. And he also teaches it, because his dream is to become a speaker and a teacher. Another one, he's so giving. For example, we used to do, like when we started our activities, we used to go door to door visiting refugees, like asking them what their challenges are. And Hassan was our translator and tour guide. He's like our guide to do translation, because a lot of them don't speak English. So he became our translator. And then after every session, after like 1 or 2 hours of the visiting houses, we will say, Hassan, we want to give you some money. We want to give you 50 ringgit, 100 ringgit. He said, no, don't give to me, give to those who really need it. So you can see Hassan that because of his very giving nature and his very abundance mindset, a lot of doors open up to him now. He even got a scholarship to go to university, and then he's working with a non-profit now as a volunteer. So one of the things that we noticed in ourselves when we started doing social impact, a lot of abundance open up for our business and our lives. And that's not the reason why we do social impact, but it's one of the benefits that comes together with doing social impact. It's amazing. It's like a miracle and also like synchronicity that happens in our life without even us trying to struggle and trying to do anything extra. Yeah.
Exactly. And one thing that happened in COVID and why we kind of like accelerated our business regarding this during COVID was a lot of big organizations we never thought was going to close down. Like Robinsons, hundreds of years existing in Singapore and Malaysia, closed down. The one of my favorite shopping places, and one of our favorite Penang hotels, big hotels in Penang also closed down during the pandemic, and a lot of other big printing companies and all that. So these are the kind of things that we saw. Financial challenges, people don't know how to pivot, loss of income, they don't know how to market, no support system. This is the main one I noticed. People struggle with money beliefs as well. Like they struggle about the money and charging their worth. They get uncomfortable when we quote a certain amount of money. That can you make this amount? We're gonna help you make. They get even that, not about paying me, but to help create that amount. You can see that for themselves, and they get uncomfortable because wow, is it even possible? So it is ingrained money beliefs that a lot of people struggle, and that's why they are staying broke, or they couldn't get away, break past their
some of them, it's not like they have like 20-30 years of experience in their own field, but they're charging super too low prices, like 30 40 ringgit, 30 ringgit, which is less than $10 per 1 hour session, which we felt is not really, doesn't justify the experience and the knowledge they have. But when we ask them to charge higher price, they don't dare to charge that price, to charge their worth. So that is quite one of the reasons why they cannot grow.
So amongst other things like codependent mindset, lack of confidence, and unconscious sabotage patterns, and also they're not prepared for a couple of crises that's coming up. And futurists have mentioned that as the pandemic happens, there's going to be a series of other pandemics. This was told to us last year already, and what is to be expected. And yes, the new variants is not surprising. It has happened. It has been predicted, along with financial crisis that comes along with the pandemic, food security issues as well, and also climate crisis. And this is going to happen the next, they predicted at least until 2024 to 2025. And that's why there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done for you to stay resilient in your business, as well as to be able to thrive, not just survive like these things that's happening in the world right now, but to actually thrive. And in our community, we are very much focused on creating social impact. You can thrive, but don't thrive alone, right? Thrive together and support whatever that impact that you are creating for your community. So this is what we were sharing about just now during the sharing session with the low income, the sex workers we've been doing for many years as well. And Zil was also accepted in the MAGIC training, Social Enterprise Accelerator training in Malaysia. That's him. And also last year, we created the digital marketing program for refugees. And what we are doing this year is to create a more long-term business mentorship only with community leaders. And it goes through stringent interviews, because we believe that when we empower the leader, we get to empower the whole and transform the whole community. So so these are the things that we cover, mindset change as well as skills acquisition. So right now, you want to share about the solutions of?
Because what we noticed was, this challenge, I think let's skip this part. Okay. So one of the benefits, that I was sharing earlier in my social media, one of the benefits for doing social media is, first, it actually social impact, one of the things is, first, it creates a lot of abundance and a lot of opportunities in our lives, right? Like for us, right, we got a lot of media coverage, and we did not even approach the media approached us, and we got awards, and we don't even ask for the awards. It's because people saw our good work that we did in social impact, and one of the criteria for the award was having a social impact. So they gave us the award, and then plus this is a survey, a very important survey that says that 71% of consumers prefer buying from brands that align to their values and also do social impact. So when we do social impact, our brand is very different and unique to other brands who offer the same services and product. And like for us, right, when we do our pitching for training projects, training programs, right, to corporations, and then when we share about social impact, immediately we seal the deal, because they say, oh, other people do training, it's about the same topic, but when they take us, they engage us, they're also contributing towards a social cause, towards the helping of marginalized communities. Yeah. Yeah.
So it attracts. So it's
Yeah.
actually when we work with people, right, or we encourage you to start your own social impact in your business. First thing is your intentions, the purpose. Don't do a social impact just because it's good for your image and brand. It comes together. It is good for your image and your brand. But you start because how it really feels in your heart that you really want to help a certain group of people, or the environment, or animals, or whatever it is that is in your heart to help solve, right? So we want you to be able to find what is in your heart, that you see there are challenges, whether it is children not having enough attention, or children being, you know, they
kids, right?
yeah, whatever it is, whether it's like, we have one person in our community, Melissa Pascal, she's in Trinidad and Tobago, and she's like very concerned about the quality of food production. So she set up a conscious food manufacturing community, right? To educate people on conscious food creation, rather than you know, just for purpose of profit, and also on anything that really is in line with your own purpose. Yeah. Don't follow other people saying, oh, this one very important, child labor and all that. And I believe, yes, there are a lot of problems with child labor, but if you feel that, no, my passion is to actually save animals and all that, you know, so because of all these endangered species, and then go there, right? So go where your heart and where your calling is, and that is where the law of attraction works, because you are very much in line with your truth and your purpose, and put it together with your business brand. Yeah. And then because there is law of attraction already, and law of giving and receiving already in your business. Okay. And then what it also does for when you have a social impact in your business is it leaves a sustainable, positive impact, social impact for yourself, your family, and your community. So it's not just about making your business profitable. It is actually growing your business where it's good for you, for your family, but it's also good for your community and the impact around the world.
When I noticed when we started doing social impact work, right, about 10 over years ago, we noticed even like our inner circle, our family members started doing charity work. You know, they were inspired by us, and they started looking for social impact that they can help. And like my sister now, she's a doctor, medical doctor by profession, and he's now in the Refugee Emergency Fund group as one of the with Ali as one of the community members to help refugees with emergency funds. So you see, right, like when we do social impact and we do social impact, we inspire others to do the same. And imagine if there is like 100 over 1,000 over 10,000 over doing social impact. Imagine how much rippling effect that we can create in the world versus one person doing alone, you know.
When we are all connected, supporting each other in terms of whatever social impact that you are creating, that is where a lot of other changes can happen, you know, and it's a positive one. Okay. So we've done this baking workshops for refugees here in Malaysia. We've done open house networking. This is all offline events. Now we're starting
before COVID, right? We used to do a lot of events where, you know, we even have at the back, we have booths for refugees to sell their things. So we also help them to network with people. We introduce them to our network so they can offer their services. Plus, they also get a booth at the back to sell their. Some that are very talented, like some of the Afghan refugees, right? They can do art very well. So, and they also can do translation work. So we link them to our network for them to get all these jobs.
So through the networks, through being visible, those people who are visible, they actually get the business. They also get the message to be known. So that's what what we created. So now we are starting again our offline events. Next year onwards, hopefully with God's blessings, we will have 4 offline retreats. So we are also looking around for locations, but the first quarter is already done. It is going to be in Rambau, where we are going to do a Equine leadership program, and all are welcome. And it's going to be a hybrid kind of retreat. It will be online, where you can learn online with us on Zoom, but the best is to be there present with us and travel with us as well. So we are still looking out for 3 other locations around the world that we can go visit and understand what are the criteria, especially the SOPs at the moment. So then the Zil was talking about the Afghan refugees arts. And one of them, Samana, has written a book already. And Parisa is now a coach. And this is where we invited digital marketers from Singapore to teach also marketing. This is one of
social media workshop.
Social media workshop that we did. So we give them certificates. And so what is a social conscious entrepreneur? It is actually an entrepreneur who starts his business or her business with the intention to do good and create positive impact for either environment, economy, or society. So we have these 2 communities right now. Plus we have also one-on-one coaching, where we support businesses to get to their 5 to 20K with a 90-day strategy, and we work closely with them. Currently it is for a 1-year mentorship to get them to get that 5K, because once they get that 5K, it becomes regular, sustainable. You can keep growing until your 20K, and then we'll also work with you on the social impact that you can create in your business organization, so that your business, as you are making your 20K and you're growing it, right, you are also helping the environment, people, and planet. So you can have it all. You don't have to sacrifice, just because you want to help people, you have to get less for yourself. You can have it all. You can do whatever, enjoy your life and do good at the same time, and help other people enjoy their life and come out of their poverty as well. So we have the family leadership community and the Live a Legacy Conscious Business community. If you are interested to know, I'll still be around after this, or you can always book a call and we can have a deeper conversation around this, right? So at the moment right now, I would like to invite a couple of ladies who have already started the social impact work. Now I just want to say hello to everybody here. I see on screen Kulwinda from Canada, Adiba in Malaysia, Aisha in Singapore, Amy in California, Farida, Singapore, Mary, who is now in Singapore, Muhammad Ali is also in Malaysia, Nur Hayati, Singapore, and David from Jerusalem. Yay, everybody around the world right now. And thank you so much. David must be in early morning right now, right? So the fact that you're here to join us, you're welcome. So okay, so now let's invite Aisha to share her experience and what her social impact is. Go ahead, Aisha. I'm going to allow.
Aisha has a very amazing story. Plus, when she started incorporating social impact into her business, we see a lot of amazing growth in her self-development as well as her business as well. So go ahead, Aisha.
Hi everybody, good morning, globally, afternoon, evening, night. Okay, all right, thank you to Mushida for allowing me to share. I could start a bit of snippets from my sharing, but I'm going to share about these 2 amazing couple first, how because of them I started going into conscious business, and how I eventually put it in my business, and how I have grown from there. Okay, when I met Mushida about almost 8 years ago, more than 8 years ago, around there. Yes, when Mushida was sharing about how she started her business, whenever she's in any country doing business, and she led a team of amazing entrepreneurs, and I'm one of them that she led. She will always bring us to places like orphanage homes to visit, and it was an impromptu, but eventually she will get herself connected to people that will lead her to the places that we're going to visit. And I still remember one place that I went with Mushida and Zil, and it was in Bandung. It was years back, and during that time we were having our entrepreneurship summit, a kind of a summit, mini one that we actually had a lot of entrepreneurs together, and that is my first experience being with them. Like, well, after the meeting, she already had some of the gathering, and she said we're gonna go this place. So all of us were so excited because we wanted to see how an orphanage was run in Bandung, and it was an eye opening for us, and it was interesting for me, and I came back with a reflection on that day. And while working with Mushida more and more, being led by her, I was constantly reflecting, what is my social impact for my business, to acknowledge me as a giver. And I was just blessed to meet her, and eventually I thought of plans that will work out my business and how I wanted to create an impact on my business. And I was finding the right group for giving, but during that time I was not having much of a social impact group that I wanted to give. So I normally give an impromptu to close friends and close families. That is normally I was being supported. Normally I help others, and normally I have my close friends who always approach me. Do you have some funds to actually help this group of people? And it's always on small niche. So when I met Mushida and Zil, they actually inspire me that I can do big, I can help bigger, and it will be a unifying thingy. It's not that I'm going to do alone, or I'm gonna just have my funds. No, it's going to be a pool of funds. So I grew myself from a go-giver to a go-getter in creating my social impact for my business. And I'm just so grateful that this year I actually found my own jihad business. It's a Muslim way of a structured business that actually do give social impact at the same time. And I embarked in that business, in that social business, in my journey to provide consistent giving and working with independent partners that falls into the category of single parent women, warriors, and womenhood, because I'm such a feminine when I was growing up, and I believe that women should not feel and put themselves down. Women should actually raise themselves up even though they're struggling, but that's where we will get our strength, and that's where we will get our women power. Being it's all within us. It's actually not depending on the other gender to actually feed us or support us or even raise us up, but we have it within us. We can actually raise ourselves up. And that's why I grew up in my family's strength, and I actually helped these women that I actually planted seed with them and working with them and understand their livelihood, and I to make sure that I could give them meaningful, peaceful, purposeful, sustainable business to so that they can earn income to support their family. And also at the same time, I actually had started a project in February 2021 this year. And what happened in that project, because it's a business where it is actually towards leading to social impact of my religion, for example. I actually raised the awareness of doing this as a community level, and when my community is ready to do this together, and it's like doing an empowerment at the same time, because my company's niche is actually more on empowering others. At the same time, I'm the aura raise an individual self esteem and self confidence, and I help them to actually get out of their patterns, cyclic patterns that does not allow them to feel that they can actually move forward, or they feel stuck. So my work, my social service business is actually to help others to transform their aura, so that they're able to get out of their cyclic of their maybe narcissistic cycle that they went through, a toxic relationship that they went through, and get them back in track. And that's what I do in my business. And in my business, I've grown, and it's a team effort and it's a synergy effort. And having Rashida and Zil, who always supported me in my business and always encouraging me and also doing coaching for me, with me. I'm just grateful that I'm able to run this business that I'm doing. Like for every 5 paid aura coaching clients that I have, and healing workshop that I conducted, I would sponsor one single parent woman to raise their aura in aromatherapy massage service, and also sponsor one-to-one coaching for them to discover their new passion and purpose, to raise their household income and provide quality supplements to look after their family sustainably. And monthly, I host a forgiveness session with Mushida and my partner Haryati, which I'm doing currently, Aura Fat Burner Empowerment, as a platform to raise funds to give cash donations and quality supplements to refugees in KL consistently. And in my journey that I have grown, and beautifying my own aura. When I got really touched, and I got really I felt really deep, and I felt so enlightened by the amazing people that I met, and seeing how they grow and how they shine. It actually raised my aura in a beautiful way, that I actually had a lot of people after that calling me and connecting with me, and finally I actually recently this year met amazing partners that collaborated with me in business. And Norharity is one that actually that we are collaborating amazingly, doing weight loss management. At the same time, we want to help not just locally but globally. And we do have our global Malaysia, US clients that already started our coaching sessions, and we were so excited to see them grow on a weekly basis. And also now looking at doing collaboration with Marilyn, going into corporate and see how I could actually share on my expertise with the corporate side. And we were still now developing our baby, and see how we could actually go into and see how much social impact we can actually help others. And really appreciate Mushida. Thanks, Mushida, for allowing me to share. And thanks everybody for the listening. Thank you.
Yay! Everybody give her a round of applause. Yay! I'm so happy. Okay, just to let everyone know, Marilyn is originally from Philippines, but she's now in Singapore, and she runs a corporate training solutions company called Customized Training Solutions. And yeah, through the community also, now Noraisha is working with Marilyn to provide, more of her programs in the corporates as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we do like what
wonderful.
we do is we built relationship over the 1 year. A lot of people in our community started collaborating with each other on either social impact project, or even in business, or like they do business and they run events together. So we actually encourage them to do that in our community, but we do through education. We don't do hard selling to anybody, but we do educate each other and add value to each other first. Yes.
Okay. Okay. No, because okay, another person is joining in, but she's somehow stuck in the waiting room. Okay, but we'll welcome her when she comes in here. So and I would love to say congratulations, and I hope Aisha, you don't mind me saying this because it will be announced soon anyway. But for the people here as well, I just want to okay, first of all, the word the jihad program that you are having, right? And I know the word jihad has been used a lot in the international media as somebody killing others and all that kind of thing. I'd like to clarify that the word jihad in Islam means struggle, and
struggle against evil and going to do good, right?
Yes,
yeah.
and the main struggle, the main jihad that we are all encouraged is the internal jihad. That is the one. But the word jihad has been used to do bad things, and unfortunately has a bad name about it. But the term jihad is actually meaning overcoming one struggle, especially overcoming all the internal evils and all that, so that you can become better.
Yeah, it's about self, right?
Yeah, it is mainly about self, and of course that will be translated out to help others as well. And Aisha's jihad program is actually to help the low-income single mothers, right? To be able to come out of that jihad, that struggle, to encourage them. And I'm so glad that this current program over the last 3 months that she has started has now hit 10K in her business, 10,000, right? Noraisha, yay, clarified. Okay, thank you so much. And I'm very, very proud of her for that as well. And the work that she's done, she's also sent like Young Living, was that supplements, Young Living in Malaysia is considered very high end, and she sends it and gives it to the refugees in need here in Malaysia as well. So thank you so much, Aisha, for your work. And now I'd like to also highlight and invite Adiba, who's also a client of mine, and she's also started her own social impact. So over to you, Adiba. Adiba is based in Kuala Lumpur. Adiba, you are muted.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi and good morning, good afternoon, and maybe good evening to the.
Hi, give me 1 second.
Okay, people from the globe. Is everything good? Okay, all right. So basically, I'm Adiba. I'm from KL, Malaysia. And today, thank you very much to Zila Mushida, our mentor from Love and Respect, for this sharing session. This is a really good platform I would like to share regarding the social impact. So what happened to us, basically social impact is enabling and accelerating growth in our business. So I would bring you to the different point of view where social impact is forward. Rather than we think that is a current or is a backward. This is actually happened to me and my partner, Yuna. She's not here today. But what happened is when we started our business with an intention of social impact, the intention keep clearer, and because of we plan to do goods and separating goods, the abundance, ideas, people's mentorship, education, it's like come forward to us in clarity and in progress. Even though we not deny that we will start sometimes, but when we refer back to our divine, we believe in God, Allah. So we stay for a while, and then whenever we start, we will mapping back our social impact that we plan and our business. So basically, I would like to say that we integrated the social impact and business together. So we're not seeing social impact as different or side arms, but it's actually the arms in our business. So from there, so miraculously, so whenever we move forward, the social impact also progressing, the business progressing, our life progressing, our inner self, basically the self-love, the beneficial is progress. MashaAllah. I don't know how to image, visualize it to you guys, but this is the thing. You will feel it later on when you're applying these things. So for example, when we define our beneficiaries in our social impact, who will receive, and because we are in sustainable education, basically, we are doing, we are helping the parents or the educators, enabling the kids to be ready for the future. So we are actually helping to shape the tomorrow's leader. So when we are doing it, and then we would channel every single events or single sales that we make to the beneficiaries, which is in our case is we sponsor for the literacy of the kids, especially those that are special in terms of X factor, so that sometimes people don't know how to teach them, how to encourage them to learn and so on. And in fact, even the parents sometimes don't have enough capacity or financial to send them to the right intervention. So that when we visualize and we put the things that we want clearly, and then we get the beneficiaries, so we can focus on what we do, and then Allah added, to the business progress by giving a great ideas and the opportunities. It's like it's keep opening wider and wider, something like that. Then when we talk to people, the people are helping us in getting more ideas. So it's like sharing consciously about the business and the social as well. So that when we plan our social impact model, so when we execute or we contribute, then it added to the clarity to the business, clarity to the social impact, clarity to the vision and mission of our life. It's like holistically, the whole things come like in a once and abundance. So that from our point of view as well, like Mushida said, sometimes we cannot do alone. So when we have all this in mind, the right people come to help us to become our partners, to be our managers in managing social impact program that we are initiating. So for that, we thank so much actually, and then to have the intention, to have the conscious community, the conscious mindset that the ideas that God give to us and the community, and then the support, so that we didn't see the social impact as backward, program where when we do sales or when we get a profit, only we set aside for that. So because previously I did on my own as well, like giving charity and doing things. But when we incorporated, me and partner incorporated into the business, into the work, into the life, it's like it's flourished to the kids, even to my partner's kids. It's become their part of the world. So when they earn something or when they receive something, the mindset of giving and flourishing is just naturally flow. So then it aligned with our mission in our business model, which is raising future kids for the tomorrow. So for that, thank you very much for our mentor, Zila Murshida, and the community. Welcome and joining us in our next program, inshallah. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank
Yes.
you, Adiba.
Thank you,
Amazing,
Adiba.
amazing sharing, yeah.
Amazing sharing, absolutely. And yes, we would love to introduce you to some of the people in our community, and then after that, we'd love everyone also to share where you are from later on after we have introduced the people in the community. In the meantime, if you want to put in your contacts in the chat,
Your social media handle,
social media handle, and what kind of who you would like to be connected to, who would like to meet, you can always use the chat room here. Yes, Sunny is back in because he had problems with internet. Sunny is in Indiana. Welcome, Sunny. Now just around the room again, I'm just gonna call out where the people are from. Adiba, who was just sharing on her amazing social impact together with her partner Yuna, who's not here in this morning. She's got another program on. So Adiba is in Putrajaya, right? Are you in Kuala Lumpur or Putrajaya?
I'm in Kuala Lumpur and Yuna in Putrajaya.
Yeah, okay. Yuna is her partner is from Putrajaya. Adiba is in Kuala Lumpur. We have Amy in California. We have Farida in Singapore, Maryland, Singapore, Kulwinder in Canada, Toronto, right? Toronto, I did, okay. Sunny, Indiana, Haryati, Singapore, Aisha, Singapore, Ali, originally from Sudan. From Sudan, and he is now here in Kuala Lumpur, and David is in Jerusalem. So yes, we have an international group of people here, and thank you to everyone, especially like David, who is like, must be a really early morning for you right there, and the people in the US who is you know, just before bedtime. Yeah, thanks for being here and for coming and sharing and adding value. Now I'd like to introduce, let's have Maryland here, share a little bit about the work you do, and if you have any social impact, go ahead.
Hello, everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are from. And I'm Maryland. I'm the founder and CEO of Customized Training Solutions Private Limited. We are Asia's most trusted learning and business solutions provider. And just to introduce myself, I have an extensive years of experience in sales and marketing, customer service, events management, operations, and training production. And what we do is we actually help leaders and organizations who are continuous learners and action takers to transform and thrive in all aspects by co-creating customized program with our world-class resources. And our goal is really to be able to serve and provide holistic, dynamic, and transformational solutions to clients towards success. And being result-driven, customer-centric, and passionate about what we do, we have created outcomes after outcomes for our customers. So currently, how we help is really more of providing training, mindset shift, behavioral change through the programs that we organize. So for the last 2 years, we've been organizing webinars for free, online programs for free, masterminds and gamification, so that the leaders that we get to help would be able to, you know, adapt in this next normal or new normal, whatever you want to call it. And so we've received also a lot of positive response from them, how it has helped them and assisted them throughout, even for the short programs that we have provided for free. But hopefully, I'm actually contemplating on how else I can serve and help in the future with my social impact. So apart from the training or the free programs that we have run in the past, I'm really thinking of like, supporting or probably even creating like an education or help for those who would want to improve their self-awareness mindset. And possibly Sunny introduced me to Gene Keys. This is something like I've been like listening, watching a lot of videos about this, and this is probably one of the things that I would be interested to work on and help more people with in the future. And I've also like met some people in lunch club creating and um it's not or reviving the corals underwater. I used to be a diver, so it's of interest to me as well. So yeah, those are the things that I would like to work on in the future. But right now it's all about what we are doing on my capacity is really hoping to inspire more leaders around the globe through the interviews that we run on a weekly basis in several social media platforms. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, Maryland.
Maryland.
And also Maryland is in our community for 1 year, 1 year plus, I think 1 year, right? And congratulations, you are in the 10K club also. Yay! She's reached the 10K club. And the reason why we have this 10K club is because we work with people from the ground up. Doesn't matter where you are from, get to your 5 to 20K. And then from there, when you get to your 10K, we get into this mastermind, which is the 10K mastermind club, where our goal is to get a regular 50,000 income monthly, sustainable, while doing good at the same time through your business. So this is what we are launching next year. It's not launched yet, this mastermind, but that it will be 4 retreats based where people, we will be holding it hybrid retreats, offline retreats around the world, as well as online that people can call in from, and also the regular monthly masterminds with all people who have hit that 10K and really creating a bigger impact. So all of us are all about making bigger social impact so that we can do good through our business. And welcome, Rashid. Where are you from, Rashid? Can't hear you. Can you just say what country you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Singapore.
Okay, welcome, Rashid from Singapore.
Yes. How are you? I got your link yesterday.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, we'll be inviting each of you to give a little short introduction in a bit. But just for Rashid's sake, also, I'm just going to quickly share the people in that you see right now here on screen. Adiba is from Kuala Lumpur. Amy is in California. Farida, Singapore. Maryland is in Singapore. Kulwida is in Canada. Sadi is in the US. Indiana. Haryati and Aisha in Singapore. Rashid, welcome from Singapore. And Muhammad Ali is in Kuala Lumpur, and he's originally from Sudan. So right now, let's invite Haryati. Welcome, and do introduce yourself. Haryati is also in our community, and tell us about if you have your social impact happening right now. Go ahead, Haryati.
Hi everybody, Assalamualaikum. Okay, I'm Nur Hayati from Singapore. I'm the founders of Rapid's Fast Burner, created an impact in health and beauty industry on weight loss management using success formula. There is lost 10 kg in 2 weeks with no yo-yo effects. And currently I am partnering with Noraisha and doing Aura's Fast Burner Empowerment. Why? Because I believe individuals, they have their own stories that they need to clear, and Aura's plays a part to transform their lives, to remove those untoxic emotions, and also just to share why I'm doing weight loss because of my history, my story. I just to make the story short, I went to depression after my mom passed away. From 70, I put on to 102 because I find that it's the end of the world, my life, because my mother is a pillar, because I'm late bloomers, but she's the one who who's very supportive. So moving forward, when I met Noraisha, she helped to transform and change my aura. And also, I am thankful to be part of Mushida's community because she has this forgiveness session that ever since in her community, I attended her forgiveness. I lost inches. Surprisingly, when I released, I also lost inches, and I'm reducing my sizes, and that's the amazing. So moving forward, I am Noraisha and I, we discussed about social impact, and my intention is to help not only single mom, but those who needs not just monetary, but others, like I was providing recently providing some supplements to low income mom, single mom. I ever did a consultation for single mom free, and with minimum packages that she can afford, because she really wants to transform her life, and to see how I can help her. So I'm starting my social impact together with Noraisha, because we also want to help not only locally but globally, inshallah. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Haryati. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Haryati, for that. And the term low income single mothers has a bad reputation, right? There was one time, you still want to share about their experience?
Because when I was doing my social enterprise, right? One of the, I was so shocked to find out that one of the categories that they don't support was low income single mothers. So I was quite shocked. So I said, okay, never mind. I'm not going to label my company any labels, because I don't want to be stuck on a label. So we just call ourselves conscious entrepreneurs, where we are conscious enough to grow our business and do good. So we're not labeled to pay 30% of our profits towards social costs. We do it according to what we are capable of. So everybody can do it in their own time, whether they give 5% of the profit, 10%, or whatever amount they can. They start there first, so then they start growing, instead of having the pressure to immediately give 30% of the profit. Is very heavy, and a lot of people in that circle, right, the social enterprise circle, that they have to, in countries that they have to give 30% of the profit, they don't last. They will disappear, and they'll start doing the normal business without any social impact after that. Yeah, so I realized that is important, that we not be stuck on labels, but we have the intention of doing good.
Yeah. And also the other thing is we had experience before where we said we are helping the low income single moms in terms of getting them out of poverty, and then also to support some of their livelihood. We've had some people saying that why are you helping this group of people? You are encouraging what, Zina, how you say adultery or something. So it's also a mindset, like they believe that by helping even like the sex workers or low income single moms, you are keeping unhealthy, whatever the mindset. So we believe that we do not look at people in terms of
the
backgrounds.
So race, we help everybody.
I think it's very important for us to also think humanity and not think and putting labels on things. And that's what we learned, because we realized that there were some people who said, why we're okay with you supporting refugees, but not single moms, because you are encouraging them to be like single mothers, and they don't know the backstory, and it's judged that way. So this is why we're very supportive of the people in our community who are helping the women who are struggling, low income, whether it is in terms of how they're not getting support from their own families and communities, or whatever backgrounds they experience, but just to help, because do what you can to help. So with that now, and let's have thank you so much, Haryati, for sharing. Let's invite Farida right now, Angklong Queen from Singapore. Go ahead.
Hello, nice to see everybody here. It's 11 a.m. in Singapore. So yeah, it's very exciting. I'm seeing such a beautiful global connection here. I hope it grows even better. I remember we started like last year, during the, or just after the circuit breaker started, the partial lockdown in Singapore. Yes, I am the founder director of Ethnic Music Connections. I have my instrument here, which is what I use for small outdoor performances, which is just on a rack like this. So I've been doing this full time since 1993 and part time before that. I realized that there was no full timer in the angklung alone. I mean, the angklung is an Indonesian bamboo rattle, which I learned in Singapore, which I learned in school. Was made a student conductor. After that, I decided this is my calling. It's not just the raw passion. It's not just the energy. I graduated in English. I thought I should be an English language teacher, but no, I would rather serve schools from the outside, as an external service provider. So I have done small, I would call it small compared to so many people, community service projects through teaching the angklung. The latest pre-COVID, together with Noraisha, we did music and sense as in essential oils. So for mental health and wealth, as well as for outdoor, for aging society, for active aging. And essentially, I find that particularly now with so much of online classes, it is very challenging to teach online. We adults are better. We can see each other. I teach students. I teach Disney cartoon pictures. I see black walls. I see Korean pop artists instead of students. Where did these guys come into a convent school? You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm just going to play you a little bit. Since I got my instrument here, I'm sitting in my living room. So finally, those who know me through Clubhouse only, you can actually see my little range of angklungs. This is what we call the Diatonic Scale, which is just the white keys of the piano. So it starts from G here. Sorry, okay. So it starts with the note G. It goes up to the C, the high C. So you've got a, sorry. Okay, it's not the full chromatic scale. Thank you. It's a little bit staccato. It should be a little longer. But what I teach through this, as well as the angklung, can be detached by itself. The rest are over there. So what I teach through this is, creating angklung ensembles. And it's better if I share with you testimonials. The very last lesson I had in November was, Miss Farida, it is because of you and because of angklung that I joined this one of the schools, which is St. Teresa's Convent. I went, like some girls never spoke up in class. They're just busy practicing. So I have two taglines. One is a company tagline of Ethnic Music Connections, which is connecting people, cultures, and music through angklung, infectious energy. And the instrument itself, when you play, I help people to turn, or the angklung, I help people through the angklung to turn your pressure into pleasure. So even during CB, oh my God, we lost so much. All the people in MICE, people in events, instructors, we lost a lot. We don't have to go so much into that, but because we also we serve Ministry of Education, we were also very well supported. It didn't cover everything, of course, but we could, we sailed through. After that, it was right up to May, I think this year, that we did get some subsidy. But there was this lull period. I used that to compose music for my schools. We were lucky in semester 1 this year that we could do physical classes with a lot of restrictions. We managed to go through the competition. All my 3 girls' schools got distinction. I am so blessed through my composition. Alhamdulillah. Yes. And there was a period, of course, this time last year when I was going a difficult time because my mother was not well. And then she passed away on Christmas Eve. I was fortunate. I was the only one of her children to be right there when she passed away. But the thing is, it was that time when I had to create music. can you imagine? I mean, I'm supposed to be like happy, create music, and I'm there looking at her, you know, in her last few years before she passed away at age 85. But that's the glory of it all. And now with the glory of having a spare room that will be turned into my music studio, I would like to turn it into my recording studio. And my iMac is in Singapore now. It will be I'm going to use the GarageBand to compose, because using the laptop, Microsoft Windows is not as much compared to Apple. So yes, the money is not, the big time money is not in yet. I've got the basics from schools, and with Rotary Club, you know, I'm going to be the president next year. When is it? July 1st next year. What I'm saying is the leadership roles that I've been given is upping me in visibility and giving me a lot more challenges. I'm always the one receiving, yes, I'll do, but I never knew how to do it. I just did it, and then yes. So I've learned to be a moderator for one event under vocational service. So it is a very nice merging of community service, vocational service, and power playing up my business. So I'm just going to call both Mushida and Zil again. I know they've been trying so hard. They are the most amazing relatives I have. Thank you so much, my cousin Mumu. So yes, that's me. We will be in touch again with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Farida. And I just wanted to share with you all also that Farida did angklung session when we visited a village in Batam. Remember Indonesia?
We did
a retreat in Batam.
Yeah, for the children and the staff, and then also our very first one overseas when we did with the entrepreneurs. I taught people who never learned the instrument, and all the individual angklung. Let me just get it for a short while. Okay?
Yeah. So we had a village in Batam. This was
on water. They
and
and
they're living on garbage. Okay, and she brought her angklung stuff, and then after that, from 30 minutes, the kids could play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, could play so many other stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
we had family bonding in Singapore, and Narasha is always with me. We are hardcore entrepreneur united.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, so with this, you can create rhythm. You can play off beats, which is actually difficult for some people. Anyway, we created music, we created rhythm, family bonding, corporate training I've done for NATAS, you know, the Travel Association. More to come, I think now with a little bit more restrictions, a little bit more chill, you know, we can have 20 to 30 people. I collaborate with the Gamelan CEO, Gamelan Asmaradana. We're such good friends. So we were supposed to that 2 years ago called Our Worlds, you know, so the angklung world, the Gamelan world, and they have a larger global connection, not just with Indonesia but US and Europe. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Farida. Love it. Yeah, your high vibe will attract more good things as well. Yeah. And now Muhammad Ali, are you there from Sudan and now in Malaysia? Would you like to share a little bit about yourself, what you do?
Probably I'll just introduce Muhammad a bit. Muhammad is from Sudan. He's a refugee from Sudan, so he came here to Malaysia. I'll let him share his background. But what happened was when we started our business mentorship for refugee leaders, we interviewed a lot of refugees, I think more than 30 to 40. And he was one of the people that was shortlisted into the 1-year business mentorship for refugees. So, and he's doing quite well right now. He's firming up his business ideas. He has a lot of experience and talents. So we are very excited to actually introduce him to the world. Yeah, okay, Muhammad,
go ahead, Muhammad Ali, go ahead.
Right. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity and for sharing with us this very courageable information and experiences that you went through. Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon and good evening, everyone around the globe. It's really wonderful to be here today and to share some about myself and how we did with the community and all that. Actually, I have strong beliefs and in this kind of ideas, like to have a social impact for others, and that's what we used to do almost all the time I've been here in Malaysia. And yes, also I agree with you that whenever you contribute for others and give positive impact for their lives, things will come back to you in a good way and it will really reward you. For example, when I come here, 2012, I have no any experience to teach and zero experience. I haven't teach before. But because of the needs of the community, I need to teach. Then how I started, I don't know. I just started like that blindly. Then day by day, I get from here and there. There was courses and trainings provided from UNHCR, from other organizations. Then we get to build our community learning center. And from there, then I get another responsibilities. Mothers, single mothers, they have complaints, they have challenges. Everyone is coming to you, then we have to do something for them. So then from there, I've been part of the community committee. Then we get to help our community in different matters, especially when they have things to do with the hospitals, with the authorities, with the immigration issues, things like that. Day by day, that's things really give me more courage to give support for others, and I get to learn also myself, and I get to appreciate what the blessings that I have myself. I don't have to go through the challenges, but since the others they are going through, so I can help, no problem. And day by day, I also get to learn the language, since we are mixed with the local people in different matters, and community. We have community coexist. And I remember during 2016 there was a flood. We went also until the border of Thailand. We was helping the people over there. So that's really was great experience for us, and to get to know the people, even the Orang Kampung, the native Malaysians, and things like that. Day by day, it opens many other opportunities for us. And because of that, I get to learn the language. Now, alhamdulillah, I have also 3 years. I'm a certified court interpreter. So because of what I'm doing, also I get reward in another way. So we have to believe on that. We don't have to be greedy, just think about ourselves. Because when you feel like, oh no, when I give away or I support or assist, I may waste my time, I may not get compensated back or whatever. I think that kind of thinking will not let you to move forward. I appreciate really to have that, and also myself to be in such a atmosphere and environment. That's really great, because we need also to remind each others and support each others and to encourage each others all the time. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Mama Ali. We're so proud of you. We're so happy to be able to coach you, also to get to grow your income and your talent, because from a refugee, right? You came here as a refugee from Sudan,
right?
And now you're
right.
a court interpreter, both Malay. He can speak Malay, though. I think I need to learn.
Boleh. Saya boleh cakap bahasa Melayu juga.
See, dia boleh cakap bahasa. My Malay is also a bit weak, but you know, his Malay is very good. His English is good. Yeah, so he's a court interpreter now, and you can always start somewhere from ground up. That's what I believe.
Yeah, and I noticed, right, like Muhammad Hassan, we're talking about him just now. All the refugees, right, who do social impact, right, their life really changed. They get to opportunity, they get scholarships to university, but those who are just in their own circle, they don't want to mix with other communities, they don't want to help people. 5-10 years later, they're still stuck, they're still complaining, no money, still having challenges. But those who do social impact and they give themselves without any kind of like that kind of negative thinking, they really grow very fast. And that's the formula for creating abundance, is you must help others.
Yeah,
that's why the social impact is so important.
Yeah.
True. I agree with you. I also, just to share with you, alhamdulillah, I get the scholarship of doing my master in project management.
Congratulations!
Yeah, and alhamdulillah, I done already. I finished that one 2018. I done with my master. Yeah. So when you before that, I really I was wishing to get any chance or opportunity. Then I fed up, since I cannot get enough money and do that. subhanallah, when we just doing the community, I forget about the idea. Sometime later, then there was an opportunity comes from UNHCR. They said they signed MOU with the University Malaya and University IUMW. They open a new branch here, collaboratingly between University Malaya and University Wales. So then they said, okay, you need to apply, and then the process will go normal. If somebody fit the requirement, then you will be accepted. Then alhamdulillah. So that's also one of the good things. I really totally forget about what my dream. I just been like in kind of supporting the community and assisting. And now alhamdulillah, also a very good thing to share with you. Alhamdulillah, last week we get to open our new center in Ampang, near to Barakat Al Madina shop. So inshallah, we just doing some preparation and things. Very soon, inshallah, we will welcome you to have a visit there, and to also to give any kind of motivation and courage for our community members.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. And I love that idea that you don't have, because I know I work with refugees for quite some time. And the people who always like complain and say poor me, poor me, poor me, they're still like that. Yeah, they're still asking for money. But people like you know, yourselves who say like, it's okay, I'll just whatever I can do, I'll do, I'll serve first and all that. I see one breakthrough after another. And not only that, the refugees helping the locals. I mean, normally you say, oh, the locals try to help the refugees, but the refugees are actually helping the locals. When there's a flood, they go out and deliver clothes, deliver support and help. What's that? Hassan brought his whole team of refugees, the young teens, to the orphanage and play with the kids so that they can also practice their bahasa, you know. So this is what this is all about. It doesn't matter like, oh, I'm a low income, I can't help. I can do something. Yes, you can always start. We were also low income at one time also, you know. So that's why we believe in the power of the social impact. So awesome. Thank you, Ali, for sharing. Mama,
great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Now we'd like to pass it over to Amy. Amy from California, go ahead. Yay!
Oh my goodness, thank you. Hello, this is my very first time here. Thank you, Mushida, for inviting me. Really looking forward to getting to know everybody some more going forward. Already exchanging emails and contacts and stuff like that. So I'm very, very new to all of this, and I'm working with another gentleman who's actually, Mohammed, you mentioned Thailand, and his wife to be is native Thai, and she's over actually in Lomsak, and he's in Australia right now. He'd be with us except for he's resting and recovering from a bad attack of allergies. So, you know, it's like, that's not the way you want somebody coughing and sneezing and wheezing all over your Zoom screen. So the work that I come out of the United States nonprofit sector, out of the philanthropy sector, helping to get nonprofits and social enterprise projects started. And Murshida and I bonded over how infuriating it is, because there are just too many hoops to getting things done. And what I'm doing now is I am working with Christopher. We are developing a new social enterprise called the Excalibur Institute. And it is about the whole premise of this, which is we are moving into an age of consciousness, out of an age of information, and before that, our age of industry, our age of agriculture. And with consciousness, conscious relationship with each other, we can do so much more than we have been up until now. Christopher's designed a year-long program that teaches a lot of the principles that he's worked on over 40 years. They include some of the unique tools like human design that you mentioned and such like that at previous times, and beyond. And the idea is that we are each unique individuals. And we need to learn to come back together, recognizing our differences and creating something different. Hello, Adiba. Hi, thank you for that. From each, each of us has something unique to offer. And in the way that we're doing that, we are designing this from the ground up as a social enterprise. And our living laboratory for everything we're doing is in a little farm in Lomsoc. And all of the profits and proceeds from what we do go to the empowerment of a woman and her community. She's leading them out of economic poverty by reinvigorating their community farmlands, by making sure everyone's got enough food to eat, by revitalizing the local healers' personal space, by putting in tiny homes and creating a visitor center, by building a temple, and they're all doing this. And they're in a unique situation because they are not refugees. They have been hit terribly hard by COVID, but they have a community that was not upended by any of the other things that people have experienced. And they know exactly what to do. They know how to get it done, and they are so ready to go. And all we need to do is make sure they have the cash capital to do it. So like put in a well, fertilize the tamarind trees. There is a huge amount of work where we're helping stabilize families because they are the linchpin of this community so that they all grow and thrive. And what we're looking at is what are the ways that we can bring people together that would have no other connection to each other, and supporting the empowerment of a woman and a community in a way that hasn't been done before, with like no expectations, no strings attached, no, you've got to do it our way, no imposing anybody else's values, just what's possible when we step back and learn from each other. There's I had introduced Rashida to an organization where I live that's doing work that she was very impressed with around building an intentional community that empowers our homeless folks to rebuild their lives. And it's about, and the phrase is nothing about us without us. So the idea is don't come in and superimpose what you think they should do. Learn from the people there who know what they need and work alongside them and create something new and greater. And I'm having a really hard time focusing because that child is just beautiful. Marilyn, your little one is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I just want to say hi. Hi, are you sleepy? Do you need to go to bed? Sorry, I'm a new grandma, so forgive me. And yeah, so I'm on behalf of Christopher. We'd love to learn more, see how we can all work together. The program that we do is really unique because not only can it stand on its own, but it can partner and work with and enrich the other work that everyone else is doing and bring something greater to it so that we're elevating everyone. We're committed to the win-win all the way around. We see it as the new paradigm: dominion, not domination; collaboration and cooperation, not competition. And that's the way forward. We're stepping into a future. Nobody knows what it is, but with love and with faith, we're going to create something amazing. And thank you for time.
Absolutely, I love that. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Amy.
Yeah.
And we look forward to meeting you and Christopher next week. Yeah, I saw the booking already. And then we're also inviting, because we are creating, for the rest of you who are not sure about like what else we are doing right now, we are also creating a sustainable community model in Desaru.
It's a land, it's a land, about 25 to 100 acres land that we're creating to do sustainable living for the people who are just to prepare for financial crisis or food crisis.
And climate crisis, and also like if you can see the world right now, it's also shifting from technology back to agriculture, right? Because if we don't focus on that, especially on technology relating to agriculture, there's the food crisis is going to happen. It's coming. So just preparing. So we are also meeting our friends who own this land that building in Desaru also with animals like horses and goats that are already there, and also farming. Organic farming as well. So we're talking to Amy with that as well next week. So all right, awesome. So now let's have Govinda. Thanks for being here and early morning, very late in the evening for her, but very grateful to have your energy here in this space as well. Go ahead.
Thank you, love. You know, like when we are meeting together, we ignite. Energy is always there, but you see me, I'm joining. Now it's like, because I woke up 7 o'clock, now it's like almost 11. All day on your feet, that's like moments. If I'm telling about like me, you guys are working on refugees and this, like since I'm a child, I believe I'm Kulvinder, and when we together, we can do anything. And I believe always never give up. That's like me. Doesn't matter if like we know, I always countable and I do my best. Whole my life without even degree, I start teaching and I love teaching. And 2004 is a tragic moment happened when I lost one of my son. They are twins. I lost him. Then after, like, I'm very success in my business. I have 5 kids when I start entrepreneurship in a side of teaching and raising 5 kids. You will imagine you are mostly women and dads are here. And that time, like when I lost him, I come make up to health side. When I start learning about our immune system, what is the immune system as a human, how much is we need to like know about our gut health and our brain health, but we are not focusing. Mostly what I find that time as a human, we are looking and loving more material things. We need to love our body, which one we get like a free gift from God. And all collaboration and learning knowledge and sharing, that's like is a key in this world that I can say through my teaching experience. I met and done with my destiny so many things. I go with so much community things, but like you guys, how many things you mention and show on the slideshow. I believe always we need each other without setting any community center, but I'm part of like with that busy life. I go and do volunteer hours so many places, and so many ladies, like when they're breaking up their families, I fix them their life with my knowledge and bring them in my homes and stay 7 to 8 days in my house with like 7 kids. And now since the pandemic hit, like mostly people, they are stuck in their houses and they're complaining about like the time. In my dictionary, I always say everybody have a 24-hour. We need to be with the passion, do our things with love. You can do everything, but like the things you are doing, do with love. And in a pandemic, we open, like my brother and a couple of friends, they open a charity. Whole COVID, we didn't sit home. We worked for like to students, different kind of like things as shelters and stuff like that. And my mission now, when I stop like the other cosmetic company come in a health, that's a global affiliate marketing. And from that day, I'm saying every household are choosing a product from buying from some consumers, and we are making them rich. Why we can't set a store on our own stores and we are buying our things from that like consumers, and we can start creating money and teaching other women. Even like as an example, I'm a mom for like a 2 set of 25 kids. Now I'm a 6. If I can do 100 things, everybody, every human can do it. But like sometimes people, they don't teach. Old days, we need a degree to start something. Today's world, you need your heart. If like you are willing to learn, you can learn anything in this world and you can explore yourself. Since like we have a phone in our hands, you can do anything. Think about like how globally together we are on a one Zoom. And we need a honesty and belief. That's like I always say, we need to learn our like a ABCD, how every language or every course we want to do, we start from alphabets. The same way is our life. If you are ready, you are believing yourself, take a action, clear yourself and declare you are ready to go with us. And that's why when I opened this like a platform, we all met with Murshida, Sunny, Amy. Before it's like a couple other people I met through the clubhouse. And I said, listening each other's stories every day is important, but like coming a collaboration and meeting each other is some more important than the listening. And when I opened to Sunny and Murshida, they said, okay, let's meet on Zoom. And this is like a community. This is like just a startup. If we are come good understanding, knowing more each other every day, then I think we will ignite soon in big globally world. That's like the way it's my belief and faith. That's why I'm here. Doesn't matter it's a late, but if like we are here and we will support each other. Doesn't matter you're young living, you are doing a music or teaching, but somehow we can use each other in the different platform and different ways. Thank you very much, Murshida, and see you next time again.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, Kulwinder's details are also in the chat. So if any of you have anything you want to ask or anything you haven't asked, you want to be connected to somebody, you can also post it on the chat, yeah, as we do this introduction. So awesome. So now let's have Sunny on. Sunny, welcome. Sunny, are you there?
I think Sadi had to leave earlier.
Oh, really?
She messaged us, she's gonna fix something.
Oh, okay.
For
Rashid,
son. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Rashid, are you there? Can you introduce yourself, what you do, and also if you have a social impact, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Murshida. Can you give me just about 2-3 minutes?
Yeah, okay, no worries.
Okay,
Okay.
just on something, 2-3 minutes. Thank
But
you.
you are ready, you come back to us.
Okay, sure,
All right.
thanks.
Okay, then what we'll do is, stick around for a moment because I want to do a photo shot.
Yeah.
But Rashid, you are not available, is it? To turn on the
Actually,
camera.
let's share about the future coming events.
All right, so we'll share about the upcoming events that we have right now. What we'll do is, we just very briefly on how you can start if you want to do social impact. How do you want to start? First of all, number one, the right intention, identifying what kind of social impact. But hearing from all of you, you already have some work that you are already started. If you have a new way or a new group of people that you say, I really want to help these people, I'm not sure how to reach out, that's one thing to start off with. Yeah. So but first you want to identify because you know the need is there. And it can be any of these, it can be other areas. You can look at the SDG goals in the United Nations. They have a whole list of that. Yeah, the environment, eliminating poverty, and how to elevate human capital. These are the 17 sustainable goals under UNHCR. This will give you an idea where it is that you want to, where your heart is drawn to. Like for us, our heart is drawn to no poverty and also education, quality education. So you can think of how is your business going to be contributing to any of these sustainable goals.
And they also have a framework on all these things. If you want to go into one area, you just have to be. You said they will tell you exactly what you need to do to get into the industry. But of course, in your own community, in your own area,
and that's what we support the people in our community with. First, to get them to like jumpstart, boom, get them off the ground, get more money, get your business. So once you start getting yourself known and getting the income, that is where your business is. So I said you have a business when you have customers, right? So start getting your customers, and then also incorporate the sustainable goals, development goals into your business as your customers start coming in.
What I would encourage is when you start your business, right, put the business, the intention when you are starting your business. Don't say like some people say, oh, only when I start making money I'll contribute to social impact. That will not happen because the intention is not there in the first place. So like for us, we said why we started our business, because we wanted to make a profit and contribute to this
that one
cause.
first.
That one first. Then God will facilitate everything for you. But if you say, oh, if I make money, then I contribute to charity, it won't happen. Because sometimes you don't make money, you don't contribute. Some people, even they make money, they don't contribute.
Yeah, because they say, oh, I have to pay my staff, I have to pay electric bills and all that. It has to be already inside your whole accounts. At the beginning. Right from the beginning. Okay. So step 3 is, okay, I'll get back to you very soon. Rashid, thanks for welcome back. Okay, step 3 is meet your beneficiaries and ask direct questions. We used to like just give food, because we say the homeless don't have food, poor thing, we give food, but in the end it's not what they need. And also like refugees, we used to deliver groceries and all that, and some of them don't eat the food that we give, like white rice. I mean, we eat white rice, but the refugees don't eat white rice, they eat basmati rice, so and some of the rice go bad. So meet them and ask specifically what are the challenges and what exactly do they need. Don't assume. So identifying them and exactly what they need. And this is what we discovered, mindset and financials. That's the challenges. So that's what we focus on, right? And because of the numbers that was increasing in Malaysia, that's why we focus on refugees. So this is what we identified: health problems, financial problems, mental health.
Once you go down to the ground, you'll be able to determine what is the challenge that the community face. Then you can see your skills, your strength, and then you can contribute towards that.
In that area, right? And then you find a solution and embed that into your business model, right? Like for us, we have that One Help One. Our training coaching contributes to also events and training coaching for of low income families as well as refugees here. So this can be different types of channels.
Whether you channel your profit or you employ people who are special able. Like we have a friend who actually employed 80% of his company employs special able people. Sometimes they are bedridden, but they can still do work for him and they can still earn income. So whatever courses that we are passionate about, just start moving towards it and just choose one area first that you can focus on.
So, and then provide, and then after that, determine an impact measurement and collect all data. Okay.
This is important because like when you want to grow, right, you want to get investors to invest in you, whether it's a social impact investor or a investor. They want to see your data, like what kind of impact that you have achieved, what kind of growth that you have achieved. All this must be collected from the beginning. Like we made a mistake. We did so many years of social impact, but we never calculate the data. So then it's all lost. But now we're learning from the experience. Now we're starting to collect the data, so we know exactly how many people that we help, what impact that we create. Like, is it the right impact? Are we creating more positive or negative impact? So then we need to also look at that.
Okay. So some examples of metrics. This is our way of how we measure. And then you create a pitch deck for potential investors also. Let's say you want to get funding for your it's a big project, you want to get funding, so you create a pitch deck for potential investors.
So we we learn from Kevin Harrington. If you know Kevin Harrington, he's the original Shark Tank. He actually mentored us on how to do pitching for investors and for like business partners. So we actually created our own like for me, I specialize in helping people to create their own training coaching programs as well as their own presentation pitch deck for investors.
Okay. All right. So now let's have Rashid. Welcome back. And yes, are you ready to introduce yourself? Go ahead.
Yes. Hello, everybody. This is my first time here, and I can see there's a lot of good and wonderful people here, and hearing so many good stories. And thank you, Boshida and Zil, for sending the invitation. I appreciate that. It's been some time since we last met. Basically, I have been an entrepreneur all my life. Since the beginning for 30 plus years, started a family business, still am. But of course, in the last 2-3 years, I embraced in some new projects. And e-commerce is one of the things which I'm transforming in that time. And I think one of the good things I can be positive about to the community is sharing my 30 plus years knowledge as an entrepreneur, the ups and downs, and that is something which I plan to do in 2022. And I also have some program which I intend to contribute in a way whereby, because in my journey, I realized one thing. When people got educated, they don't have the necessary skill sets to turn and monetize that education. So what we did, me and my wife, we acquired an online university, which is called uipm.org. And we have presidents in various countries. And we are going to provide courses next year onwards. It's going to be launched in first quarter of 2022. And one of our advisors is a representative of United Nations. We're privileged and God bless to have that. And we're going to provide courses that people can monetize. Because in my journey, I learned a lot about deprivation, or lack of opportunity, overcoming obstacles. You know, is it one thing I would like to share is that we all need to understand if we are faced with difficulty, just imagine if God is behind you, nothing becomes difficult. With just that thinking, as sharing from life experience, I'm able to overcome so many things. Even those in the COVID situation, many people became in despair. But look at the bright side, e-commerce is booming. Everything doesn't change. It's just the way it is done is changed. So we have an intention, me and my wife, in 2022 to create certain projects that can benefit the people, and also through sharing of the experience, I think they can have a positive sign. You know, COVID actually delayed our project for more than 1 year. But I also have learned something from all these wonderful people who is in this Zoom meeting. Everybody has an aspiration. I just want to say one thing to each and every one of you. If your intent is there, divinity is always behind it. And when you have that, nothing becomes impossible. Work with that mindset. Believe me, 30 plus years, 20 years, I've been struggling for money, you know, because I believe you have to work hard for money, but if you do with an intent, money comes to you. There's a lot of things I can share, but then this Zoom will come to one full day if you want to do that. But I'm privileged to be here to learn more about your community and what you do. And when my university is up, I'll be willing to share it with you. And I can put the link on the chat so you can see that, and you can see who are all the members. But this project really immense to impact lives in a way where we provide the necessary skill sets that they can monetize. And once they start the ability to monetize, their family members will benefit, their community will benefit, poverty gets eradicated. You see, people always feel they need a handout, but they don't realize God is there. We just need to provide. We go down 50% and pull them up 50%. You see, and I think we can change the world. If we all have this mindset, we can. I think that's about all I can share right now. I'm privileged to meet all of you, and so many good things I've been hearing. And God bless each and every one of you. Mushida and Zil, all your endeavors, may God bless you.
Thank you so much, Amin, to that. And yes, love your message. Love that everything is God first. He has your back. He has your back. And even though we think life is difficult and we are going through challenges, God always
never give up.
Never ever give up. Okay, before we move on with whatever upcoming programs that we are having, can you all turn on your cameras? And we'd love to have you you can post the link there, Rashid, in the chat. Okay, come, let's take a photo. If you can turn on your cameras. Ali, Mama Ali, are you there?
Whoever's free.
Yes, whoever free. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Sunny, if you're free,
never mind. We take Sunny's beautiful glamour shot.
Right.
All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ding. Okay, there you go. Oh, Ali's baby also.
Mushida, can I request something? Yeah, I have a request. Actually, one of our plans for the university, if you can just go to that link, it's got presidents from all over the countries, Africa, Indonesia, USA. We have a mission because in my journey, I realized that people have been deprived a lot because they always don't have the necessary skill sets to turn to money. So this project, we're getting registered trainers to be on board. We have courses in the what's called marketing, finance, and to make them understand. But we also have an affiliate system whereby we want to get as many ambassadors. We started the affiliate system not because we want to monetize, because we want to reach to more of the people. So if everybody can just go through the site, take a look and who are the team on board, and share your vision. If you have something that can be positive, share with me. I will add that to the site.
Awesome.
I just want to say that.
All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. And for all of you here, you can select all in the chat and copy and paste it into your Word doc, and so you get all the information. It's recorded.
For all of you who here, we'll be sending the email of the chat also as well, the live chat, so you can also get the context as well.
Yeah. So in case you missed anyone and all that, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, add maybe like add everybody in a WhatsApp group, meet and greet group we have. You want like these people in like that group, then we can communication with each other if like we want.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay, just very quickly, this is what we have been covering this 1 year for our Liver Legacy Conscious Business Community.
During COVID, also we saw a lot of entrepreneurs struggling, right? And then there were even cases of entrepreneurs committing suicide because of they couldn't do their business. So that's why we started. It's very critical for us to provide a community, but not just normal community, but conscious community to help people to grow and also do good at the same time.
Yeah. So main thing is mindset, and then also how to market, promote themselves, networking, especially around the world. That is a way of how do you show up with your brand in a global platform, and mainly is to leave your legacy, which is the social impact that we help people, business owners to start. And this is the vision or the whole community, where it's very holistic. It covers not only personal growth, it also allows you to have a social impact creation and also business connections. So some of the things that we have done, people in the past have reached 25,000 from zero, ground up. Huda, who is also one of our mentors right now, because she has really broken the ceiling that she had.
She's teaching our people in our community as well.
Digital marketing. And then this is 25,000 euros from someone from Malaysia charging. So it is all this amazing sharing that we all have in the community, where they have created the lots of shifts. You want to show this?
Just move on.
Move on. Okay, and this month is the last month where you can get into the 10K Mastermind Club for free, which includes the 4 retreats. But retreats, if you were to attend it physically, you have to pay for your flight and accommodation, and that's it. But the mastermind sessions, all the transformation work is all included. But you have to be in our community to qualify, and you have to make that first 10K in your business in order for you to qualify, right? Because we are going to go in a higher level of masterminding and creating bigger impact. So we take people from ground up, hit their 5 figures, go into 50K with impact, right? So this is where we are going, and these are some of the things that we have been awarded the last couple of years. So a lot of the knowledge that we have gathered over the last years, we will be sharing with you as well. So Zil talked about Kevin Harrington. This is us in Singapore with him, where we attended his coaching. This is me on Half Post Live talking about advocacy around the hijab, which non-issue to us, but it's a big issue in a lot of countries around the world, especially in the Western world. So these are some of the things. So we are also looking at when your impact is really something different, right? We would like to pitch this. If you're in our community, we'll pitch this to the media as well. Because we've been. This is me talking about love and respect just before the US elections. And this is the Florida City Council interviewing me on how can they have more love and respect in their communities. So the Queen program, all the women coaches around the world, these are the companies organizations that we are working with also while in growing our community. Brands for Good, the ASEAN CSR network, and the ASEAN Responsible and Inclusive Business Alliance.
And if you want to know more about these businesses, let us know that we can also connect you to them as well.
Yeah, and then where did I go? Okay, so the next session that we are having is on the 25th and 27th of December. If you'd like to know how you can get into the mastermind, we are going to do 2022 goal set and planning, especially for the first quarter of your 2022 goals. And this is open to all. Of course, those who are already in our community, it's totally free for you. You just, if you come for the session, be with us at the farm, at the ranch, you can pay for your own transport and accommodation. Details we can send to you personally, right?
So we also be talking about like social impact. If you really seriously want to incorporate social impact, what are the steps that you need to do, and we're going to introduce the equine therapy, which is amazing. Like we just got to know about equine therapy, but there's so much. Like even for us, the few days on riding horses and being with the horses, it sort of like aligned us, the body, mind, and spirit, because horses are very spiritual, they're very intuitive animals. And when you are with them, around them, they can actually align you with a lot of realization.
They take your energy, they become your energy. So when you bond with them, right, if you have issues, it will come up through the horse. You can see that, right? So this is the land that we have in Desaru, and
now about 100 acres land. So our long-term goal is to get people to be part of the community, whether they want to stay there or they want to invest in our organic farming, which is the first phase. Then we can have a sustainable community where if you want a place to go there in case of food crisis and all, you can actually be there. But it's everything related to social. We don't do purely commercial. There must be a project that say you want to suggest building a school here or whatever. We open to ideas, but it must be linked to a social cause. Like you are also getting people who are low income to be part of the community as well, not just for commercial itself.
So all are welcome also to come and
visit. Next year we're going to do a visit to the land. I think in the first quarter March. Then if you are like, even you're from Singapore or other countries, you are feel free to come and visit the land. Then you'll be amazed at what we are planning to do, and the environment. We already have about 5 horses there, livestock, and also very soon it's organic farming there.
So all are welcome here. So this is when you come and join our community, also your membership contributes to the business mentorship for refugees and low income. And we also look out for people who really have nothing, no internet, don't talk about digital marketing or getting online. They don't even have a phone.
They have the old.
They don't even have a phone, some of them, and no food in the kitchen. And this is what we discovered through our community leaders on the ground. So this is, I've got a lot of other cases I'm taking over this month. If any of you are interested in contributing or being a part of it, do let me know.
There was one case of a single mother from Somali. She has 6 children and husband left her and went back to Somali. So we're actually helping these kind of people, not to just give them money, but also teach them how to do business from home. Like she's good at cooking. She can, in refugee, they cannot work legally in Malaysia, but they can do freelance. Like they can do work from home, cook something, and then share with their community. That is allowed, or online, or even agriculture. Refugees can do in agriculture sector, but other than that, they cannot work in restaurants. They cannot do any frontliners. They cannot, or they be caught and put in detention centers. So so that's why we are really helping the refugees, because we feel that the refugees are the most vulnerable group here in Malaysia, because they are subject to a lot of oppression, and then if they get caught in detention center, there's no visitation, there's no lawyer rights, nobody can visit them. So like for years and years they'll be stuck in the detention center. So we want to do something that we can help them,
And then also most recent case we have is a very young pregnant single mom, and she is kind of like not accepted in her community also. Because she's unwed and she's got 2 children, and the man kind of like left her, and she's on her own, and nobody's gonna help her. So these are also the people, very, very vulnerable, and she was almost attacked. I think Mama Ali also knows the case is from the refugee community that we had information on. So we are also looking out to reach out to her from the community leader, the Somali community.
We get a lot of cases every month. So if you want to know more about how you can collaborate, support, just arrange a call with us, then we can see like what is the alignment that we can work, and it's a middle ground.
And just like Noraisha, like if there's anything that we always say, okay, Noraisha, there's this person who needs this, and then she will see how she can arrange from her side also to help. That's what we have been doing with people like Noraisha as well. So if any of you find that, okay, I want to support single moms, or what can I do and all that, we'll see some cases that may be suitable, and also it resonates with you. Okay. So with that, thank you so much
for your time. I really appreciate very much.
Okay.
Yeah, Rashid, I think we'll get in touch with you and see if we can arrange a call to see what are the middle ground that we can work on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roshida, I just want to add just a few seconds.
Yeah, sure.
This is a message I wish to share to everyone.
Yeah.
Is what we've done is we've got good trainers and registered trainers from the Singapore government, and we are making this course heavily subsidized. So we want to make it in a way where no one gets deprived because of the fees. So, and then these courses are not degrees, but to monetize. Just to share this information. So if you know anyone when it's going to be launched first quarter, please assist. We appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rashid. Okay, thank you everybody for your time. Yeah, have a good day or good night wherever you are. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care. Lots of
Thank
love,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.